name is Linda Johnson. I grew up in upstate New York, where I first started to cook at the age of 10. I then moved to Texas, where I enjoyed comfort foods such as barbecue and brisket. When I lived in Northern California, I found the bright, fresh flavors of food. In Georgia is where Southern food is its finest, is what I found. Then I moved to the Outer Banks, North Carolina, on Hatteras Island. I learned seafood dishes served in coastal communities. Now I live in Albemarle, North Carolina, and I invite you to my kitchen. Hi everyone, and welcome back to From My Kitchen to Your Kitchen. My name is Linda Johnson, and I'll be your host today. Today we are going to make two different kinds of cookies, especially for you to take or put in your kids' lunch boxes for school. The first cookie we're going to make is chocolate chip protein cookies, and every cookie has 14 grams of protein. So it would be really a good thing for them to have at lunch and kind of keep them going for the rest of the day. So this one's pretty easy. I have the oven preheating to 350. So we're going to go ahead and start mixing our stuff together. We're going to have 2 eggs. And it's kind of amazing, this recipe does not call for any flour. I think it's probably the protein powder that takes the place of the flour. I'm not sure. I'm going to add that to our bowl. So that's 2 eggs. We're going to add 2/3 cup of peanut butter. Now later in the recipe, it says to add salt if you if you're using unsalted peanut butter, but this does have salt in it. So this would probably be pretty good using chunky peanut butter. Not sure. But. And we are going to add the sugar, which is 1/2 cup of sugar. And we're going to add vanilla. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. We're going to mix that all together until it's smooth. It seems to me all kids like chocolate chip cookies. So this will be even better because they'll have protein in them. It's relatively healthy. And the egg has protein. Because the peanut butter has protein, we're putting in protein powder. And we're also putting in 2 eggs, which are protein. So this is a high in protein cookie that we're going to make. Okay, that looks pretty smooth. Now we're going to fold in our protein powder, which is vanilla, 1/2 cup, and baking soda, which we need 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And this is where you would put the salt if your peanut butter didn't have salt in it. I got that all over. Hope everybody's having a good week. Today's Friday. It smells really good. And it smells like peanut butter. Make sure we get all this all mixed in real good. And last but not least, we're going to add 1/2 cup of chocolate chips. Fold them in. And that's it for putting it together. So now we're going to put it on a parchment lined cookie sheet. Let me take care of some of this stuff. So we can get our cookie sheet out here. These will bake, oh, the oven's ready. These will bake approximately, let me see what the recipe says. 20 minutes. No, I'm sorry, 8 to 12 minutes. So we'll go ahead and put those on a cookie sheet so we can get them in the oven. It says drop by tablespoon. These don't really spread out very much, so we'll try this and see what they look like. So it says spread them out how big you want them, I guess. Okay, first one is ready to go in the oven, so we'll try it for 10 minutes. So that was pretty easy. Didn't only take maybe 5 or 6 minutes to put it together. So we'll go ahead and let them cook, and we'll be right back, and we'll start our second batch of cookies, which is going to be a peanut butter cookie, which you only use 3 ingredients. Should be interesting. Trying to get this to shut off. Okay, so now we're going to make our second batch of cookies, which is 3 ingredient peanut butter cookies. We got 1 cup of peanut butter, 1/2 cup of sugar, and 1 egg. So we'll see how this turns out. The other cookies are almost done, and I have 1 batch sitting on a cooling rack. We'll taste one of those in just a minute. And so let's go ahead and get started on this while they're cooking. Okay, so we need 1 egg, Now I will say I have never made this, but I've seen 2 or 3 videos of it, and I was like, man, that looks really good. Half a cup of sugar and 1 cup of peanut butter. Can't get much simpler than that. And it has this one again will have a bunch of protein because of the egg and the peanut butter. So we're just gonna mix all that together and see how this turns out. These will also cook at 350 for 8 to 10 minutes, the same amount of time. I think these would be good in the kids' lunches. You want it to really be mixed good. We're supposed to roll these in balls. Now, right now, I don't see how that would be possible. Move this out of the way. Now, the last recipe I saw online that did this, it called for 1 half cup of peanut butter. No, 1 cup of peanut butter and 1 cup of sugar. So I'm thinking maybe that recipe was better. That's not too bad. It's getting to be the consistency that we want to be able to roll it. Oops. Once again, I put it on parchment paper. Okay, while we're waiting for that, these are still kind of warm, these cookies. You can't really see the chocolate chips in that one. I didn't divide it enough. They're not really cool enough, I don't think. Here's a chocolate chip cookie. That's really good. Tastes like a chocolate chip cookie. Okay, let's see. See if we can roll these into balls. Looks kind of sticky. Yeah, I think we can. Chocolate chip on there. I think it probably should have been a little bit more stuff in there. But we'll see. Hope they turn out. All we can do is try. Now the one that I saw, they actually rolled them in sugar. I'm not going to do that. I don't know about this part either, but we'll do it like that. Used to make peanut butter cookies when I was a child. And I was going to sprinkle just a little sugar on top. So I'll go ahead and roll the rest of these out. And we'll be right back because it's about time to take those out of the oven. Okay, so I went ahead and I finished rolling out the peanut butter cookies. The first batch came out, and this is what they look like. Here's your chocolate chip cookies, chocolate chip protein cookies, and these are peanut butter cookies with only 3 ingredients. The 3 ingredients are peanut butter, sugar, and 1 egg. That's it. They turned out pretty good. I haven't tried these yet though. Very tasty. Love it. So give these a try. It'd be great for your kids' lunches or just you as a little snack. Uh, I will say that they seem to be soft cookies, not real hard. Of course, they're not. These are not um, cooled down enough, but. And I've got one more batch in there. And what I've done is I'll just store them in a little Tupperware thing, any leftovers. And you can even freeze them. Maybe get 1 or 2 out for the day or whatever. So, okay, that's it for today's show. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you try these recipes. And I hope you come back next week and watch something different. So I hope you have a great day. Happy Friday. And remember, let's make cooking fun.